Hello guys, welcome back. The previous video we have understood how to check the given element is present or not, basically the concept of linear search. In this video, let's try to understand how do we find the number of occurrences of the maximum and minimum element in the array. Here we have just got the input, the size is 8 and there are 8 elements 8, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8, 6 and 4. So here you need to find the maximum element occurrences. So what is the maximum element over here? Max element is a value 8. So 8 occurred 2 times. And what is the minimum element? Minimum element is 3. 3 occurred 1 time. So here we are not giving you the value what you need to find. So but basically you need to find the max and min. So how do you break down this logic? So we already got the scanning the size, declaring the array of that same size and scanning the array elements. Now the first task is to find the max. So already we have seen the logic for finding the maximum. Similarly, you also find the min. So once you find the max and min, then you need to start searching. So let's say the max value is 8. Okay, the min value is 3. So now what you are supposed to do, go take the value 8, find how many times the value 8 occurred. How many times the value 8 occurred? So how many times the value 8 occurred? Do we already know this logic? Yes. So we have seen the program to find the number of occurrences of the given element. Now assume that max is our given element and try to find the count. So what is the count? So if you see here 8 occurred how many times? So 2 times. Now we can say the count for that respect one is 2. So for 8, you got the output as 2. And similarly, if you go for 3, start comparing the value for 3. So 3 how many times? Only one time it occurred. So take the value 3 and the counter for that respect to 1 would be 1. So means step number 1, find the max as well as min. Then step number 2, find the count for searching the max and find the count for searching the min number of times. So basically you can take count 1 to 0 for maximum and similarly so count 2 to 0 for minimum. So let's go to the online compiler and let's write the logic. So the first step is to find the max as well as min. So how do you find the max and min? Int max equals ARR of 0 and min equals ARR of 0. So basically you can start from the index 0, not a problem. But instead comparing 0, why do you want to waste again the same? Because in the value of max as well as min, the value of the first element is already present. Directly you can start from the value 1. So I less than size, I increased by 1. So what do you do? If your max is smaller than a of I, just simply go update max equals to a of I. Similarly, if min is greater than ARR of I, then you also update min equals ARR of I. So now you found what are the max as well as min values. So now you need to find the number of occurrences of this max and min. So already we know the logic to find the number of occurrences. So what do? We take the counter to 0. But here we have two elements to find. One is max, other one is min. So take two counters, counter 1 to 0 and counter 2 to 0. So for int I equals 0, because you want to check it from first. So that's the reason I less than size, I increased by 1. All right. So next what you will be doing over here, if, so your respective element, if max is equals to a of I, but in the previous program when finding the number of occurrences, we have took that number equals to a of I. So but we need to check if max is a of I. So what do? You increase your counter 1 by 1. All right. Similarly, if min is a of I, so you will be increasing your counter 2 by 1. All right. So this is the basic logic. So once we are done, we just need to print the max. So percentile D, maybe you give hyphen followed by one more percentile D. So this basically gives max and the count 1. Maybe after this, we can just go for the new line to print the min as well as count 2. So printf percentile D hyphen percentile D. So you go add the value min and go for count 2. So let's go run it, give the size 8. So what are the elements we have? So we have the elements 8, 3, 4, 5, followed by 4, 8, 6, 4. So what we are supposed to get the output 8 as the output 2, 3 as the output 1. So this is how it works. So this is the basic logic to check the number of occurrences of the maximum as well as minimum value. So that is all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.